Oh, hey, I love Fortnite Reload. I think it's a great new addition that Fortnite really did need, and I wonder what kind of took them so long. Me myself, I came over from Warzone. Now that I main Fortnite, I used to main Warzone, and where I played, I just mained Resurgence, which is their reload or their respawn game mode. So I knew it was a matter of time until something like this was added to Fortnite, and so far it's largely done very well, I think. I enjoy the loot pool. The reload mechanics, if you want to put it that way. You know how you respawn, how you come back, the timer, all that, how it works. The revive time, I like that too. I like how it's a lot faster. That's perfect. That's exactly what this mode needs. And the gameplay loop compared to the big map is far better and much more fun. The gameplay loop on the big map right now I would describe as you land somewhere, you loot, and then your first priority is let's get a vehicle, let's make it strong, let's make it offensive, and let's drive around. And to me, that's not, it was fun for a little bit, but that's not really Fortnite. I enjoy the shooting aspect and aiming. Whose aim is better in this gunfight or this engagement? That's what I enjoy. I enjoy the utility and all the really cool Fortnite items too, but driving around in a car, hey, I loved Twisted Metal. I'm 34. I grew up on Twisted Metal as a kid. I love that game. That's not what I wanted to play in Fortnite. Gameplay loop is great. You land, you find some stuff. It's really easy to find anything you need. Heals, movement, you'll find it eventually because of the 100% spawn rate, which is the best idea ever. Guaranteed chests wherever they're able to spawn every time, so you know where they're going to be every time. You can go get your stuff, get in a fight, have some fun, and then the circle, the storm's going to spawn in, so then you have to rotate accordingly into the proper zone, maybe account for height advantage and all that kind of stuff as well. So gameplay loop is while accounting for other players and eliminating them. It's a classic BR, but on a smaller scale with a little bit of a respawn mechanic added in. Perfect, but there are some flaws. It's not actually perfect. Namely, the map design is the biggest flaw. The big POIs are mostly great. Some are lacking, but though the big POIs can be switched out with any other named POI from any other chapter, any other season. There's plenty of options. So my problem is not with the big POIs. They're mostly pretty great. My problem is all the areas in between all the POIs. The dearth. We'll have a little. That's what dearth means. The dearth of cover and the bad map design leads to an over-reliance on porta bunkers, which makes the game super duper boring, super monotonous, and when you're in between POIs, especially late game, it's usually far too advantageous to whoever's in a bunker with the teeniest bit of height. And it's not supposed to be competitive, but it just makes it far less competitive and much less fun, in my opinion, because it just becomes a game of let's hoard some porta bunkers that if you're in any danger at all, you just whip it down. You can heal up quickly in there and just camp. And don't even get me started if you find yourself on the top of a hill and some porta bunkers. What do you have to do? You can nothing. You can just sit there forever, and some people do. But you can't blame people. Of course, people are going to abuse bunkers when there's no cover or no hope when you're out in the open with how bad sprinting is right now in Chapter 5. I can do a whole separate video on how they need to fix sprinting, but it's really bad. If you find yourself without any sprint, you're dead. Like, you're just going to get shot at from at least 2 different directions, sometimes 3. If you're out in the open. What I mean by in the open is basically anywhere in between a major POI, because they're all just wide open with no cover. So my problem is it lessens. When I gave it some praise at the beginning of the video, I said it sort of still had that close to a BR feel or Battle Royale feel, because it had the storm aspect. You're respawning in. You have to take into account height. And the same in Fortnite Reload. It's great. But with the lack of cover, extreme lack of cover, and so much wide open space, all it becomes is just porta porta-bunk fighting, bunker fighting, and it makes it feel like a creative map. That's not what I'm logging into play. I want to take into account rotations and have to do smart plays, get into zone before people, get up on height, outgun them as they come in, hold them as they come in.
No way,
Excuse me. That's much more fun to me than just, I've got 2 porta bunkers. How many do you have? Oh, you have 4? Okay, we'll just go anywhere and just throw those down and create a tower. No, thank you. The movement items are pretty frustrating. Shockwave grenades are great. Everybody loves them. But the grappler is pretty bad. We've all had our very frustrating moments where we're trying to use that to get to cover, and it either clips through the map because you didn't use it properly. I'm going to blame the game every time. Sorry, not user error. The fact that a grappler can only take you what feels like 10 feet, you just get beamed when you use it. And don't even get me started on Crash Pad Juniors. They stink. They're horrible. Half the time they don't work. You jump or slide or sprint on them and they literally go and they don't do anything, and you have to waste your very, very precious sprint, circle back around and do it again. So that makes it more frustrating when you're taking into account rotation in between major POIs where there's no cover, or just rotating in any open area. The fact that most movement items are pretty mid at best. And you feel like you don't want to waste a shockwave grenade just to cross a plane. You feel kind of like a butthole if you do that. So if the map design was a little bit better and the hills and valleys were a little bit more pronounced, offering more better natural cover, or just straight up some more houses or structure in between all these major POIs. There's a house on the very left side of the map, I believe. It's like this big brown house, like dilapidated. It's great. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's on the edge of the map. It's got a decent bit of loot in it. They could have more structures like that, is what I'm talking about, in the middle of the map. There's just not enough stuff like that. They could also consider enlarging the map ever so slightly and probably increasing the player count while they're at it, but only a little bit. I think we're at 40 max right now. I'd like to try 50. I've got a tweet up here from some leakers. All their credits are right there. I'm sorry. Thank you to all these people for providing this information. None of it is from me. You can find all their information right there in the tweet. They're talking about mentioning how a desert biome is coming into Fortnite Reload, and that where it might be placed right here. And I think that's perfect. What a great use of space, because it's kind of like a concave area right there in the map that's just not being used. And I think we could add 10 more players if we added that area easily, and it would be great. And if they want to change some other POIs while they're at it, let's do it. They don't necessarily need to make the map that much larger, but I think that's a great start right now. And beyond that, I'd just like to see bunkers removed and a little bit more cover. I'd like to see a lot more cover added in the open areas in between named POIs. I just want to get back to shooting my gun again and making it feel like it's more of a battle royale with a respawn aspect and not playing creative mode. Because right now I just feel like it's Fortnite bunker reload, and it's just bunker fighting or tilted fighting. It's so boring, and I'd rather it not feel like that. I would just like to see bunkers removed and more cover being added to open areas and areas in between major POIs, so we're not just fighting in porta bunkers all the time. I think we all didn't really like the porta fortress, if that's what they're called, in the Fortnite OG season. Those are pretty stupid. You throw down a gigantic T structure and you can camp there forever. Like there aren't enough counters to it. No, let's just get rid of them, get back to shooting our guns and rotating smartly and using our movement items when needed. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed Fortnite Reload like I do, you're passionate about it, maybe consider subscribing, because I live stream 5 to 6 nights a week. It's usually Fortnite Reload. I also make videos and gaming topics that I'm passionate about, so if you liked any of it, feel free to subscribe. Maybe smash that like button. Leave me a comment down below what you think Fortnite Reload needs, or is it perfect? Is everything I said just bunk? Did you not like anything I said? Give me a dislike if that's the case. Tell me I'm a bozo in the comments. Thanks for watching nonetheless.